It's going that much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the latest in a long line of NFL QBs from USC.
And a very promising debut in week one. Let's face it, rookie quarterback, anytime you go week one that way and get a victory, you took that as a giant as a team and as a player. Now, go work on improving his own individual play while continuing to help his team win.
Back to throw now on first down. This one taken in by Alano. The numbers formed from a week ago. A boatload of catches, 70 yards and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Now the gun, they give it in. Nothing good. He's immediately taken out of the line of scrimmage. Third down at 6.
It's now third down and 6.
In motion goes the tight end. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat for Ingram. This won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
We can make this one pretty simple. While the ball is progressions downfield, forced to get into his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a fourth down?
Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. A 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. The play fake, now White. And he rifles one incomplete. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now they get on its White. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's White. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
And he'll find his man on the outside.
It's a gain of 4.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
A 6-yard.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 9 carries, 57 yards.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with the offensive line so they can read the block.
They'll take it into the end zone for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we did deserve it always.
An extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. 25 to 27. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll run with Ingram here. He put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. He was taken down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time. He goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That is a big fella. Nabi Madubuike forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts them down in the minds of their opponents.
Number 43, here's 2nd down and 1. Off play action, here's White. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. White off play action. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Saints' 31-yard line.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he will have the Ravens 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, he got 4 on 3rd down.
1st down.
Henry out of the pistol. Great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Another Baltimore 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And a pickup of about 40 inside the 10-8-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And 1. On 3rd down, Henry. Now Henry going over for the start as he's in the backfield and goes backwards.
Tyler Luke for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy that when they move the ball these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Back out on the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. QB gets his first touchdown pass. That's when you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, he's not going to go ask for a football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Now White. They set up the screen for Henry. Touchdown! Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On his loop for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. They got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, Lou back out to kick this one away. Nice move. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Saints go back out, ready to go for this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football, and make sure it's effective.
Third down and 13.
It's a gain of 2. Third down and 13.
Back to throw. This one to Bourne out on the left side. He'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 15.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. They're going to put it all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Johnson, incomplete.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he gets it inside the 35 and just short of the 30. The coverage maybe too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Wide right, this is Ingram. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now back to throw. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. will stay at 3 scores.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's one. This will go to Henry outright. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. Runs over. Fighting through. He's got space. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 78 yards rushing for him. It's been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he's just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. White looks to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end. Complete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Got a man that's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
To number 87.
A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in early going.
Extra point splits the uprights. And a round is on here in this first half.
Saints nothing.
The touchdown, Little back out to kick this one away. Been able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, see, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
8 and 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll set up a throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now he's out of BK. That has had 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They're on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They get running back on that one. Leads to 3rd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New England's number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He'll look to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Leads to second and goal.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
On Johnson, incomplete. Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Kendrick Bourne, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And not much happening on the return as we'll get this to about the 23. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Play action. Here's White. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up second down.
It's 2nd and 8.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And out across midfield down to the 45. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our spin around the NFL starts now. We begin with a visit to Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. The Panthers at home to take on an NFC South foe, the Atlanta Falcons. And this is Bijan Robinson. He's going to hustle his way to the end zone, 10 yards on the touchdown. From there, let's move on to another compelling early season matchup. And it's the veteran Baker Mayfield. Drops back, doesn't like what he sees, decides to tuck it and run, and he can do this, and he does it. The Bucs, looking for a 2-0 start, they lead at the half. Lastly, let's go out to Chicago. The Bears taking on the Packers. And it's Jordan Love. 12 yards on the touchdown. The Packers, trying to bounce back from a Week 1 loss, they lead at the half. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window.
Play to receive it, and they got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down to 28. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be reasons to take some shots downfield.
On second down, here's the option. Now he's loose down the left sideline. That is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mike White, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Ravens Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Luke now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So 2 plays on that scoring drive, and that's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
You get the sense of this saying we're not playing up the road table deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone. That they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Olave holds it in. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll set up to throw. Open man is born. And he's going to have a Saints first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. Up the middle, Ingram. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They'll let the QB keep it here off the action. And they'll get it out to midfield. It's about a spot right in midfield at the 50. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
At the 50-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Crossing right catch made by Johnson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Again, it's Johnson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
A gain of 20 more yards.
Fighting for the end zone. He wants the football. It's out. And the Ravens have got it. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Following the fumble recovery, White throwing quickly for Mark Andrews. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Out from the shadows of their goal line, here's 1st and 10 from the 11.
First down, Ravens.
Inside handoff, Henry. And for one, a few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The 11-yard line.
That's out to the left flat and complete. And he's brought down now before they get it across the 20-yard line. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And the Saints pressure gets him. Down for a sack. That's the former Buckeye Pete Warner getting the sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
The play fake, now White. And got his man complete. He's to the 15. And all touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens have opened the lead up to 30.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, down the middle. And the lead is much even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, Luke, the count to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. But it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really unfortunate for them to put this game out of reach.
Winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll be crowded around field right around the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for the Saints. First
They'll
down.
look to throw here on first down. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll be taken down before it gets into enemy territory. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Open man downfield. It's Bailey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So take away the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one taken in by 11. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down.
It's 4th down.
They're running. Ingram. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Off play action. Here's Wright. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And 6.
To throw, Wright. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he'll have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion on the play.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Henry. The powers through it. And it'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of of this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Henry again on second down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 134 yards rushing for him now. The team has been tremendous all day long. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
13 yards. And the Raven first down.
It's a 10-yard pickup and moves the chains.
That's if you're any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game, you don't usually account for it, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try to keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
At the 9-yard line.
He's going to be dropped at the 15-yard line. Malik Collins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards and take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now White. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Flowers. On 4th down, here's Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal.
6 yards.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. 41. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, it was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing and putting it on. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and then trying to get the reset button starting to work.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Saints on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Ravens get the football back in great shape. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again to Henry. And he's stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It's going to be up to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, here's Wade. He dumps it off for Henry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is indeed good.
So the starting field position was terrific for him. Surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And able to get this out to the 25. And now the Saints get set to try out there. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before the game. And sometimes everybody says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. He's caught by Vail. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
It's a gain of 11.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is made at the line scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. That's out to the flat for Ingram. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and
It's a quarterback sneak. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, it doesn't look like it's going to matter much. 2nd down in the yard.
brings up 2nd and 1.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. He's going to try and take off with it. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now a 3rd and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Now a handoff to Henry. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Baltimore 1st down. A gain of 9 yards.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And under